Today, 70.8 million people are forcibly displaced, and if you add in migrants, that's 300 million people. What future can they anticipate in a world of COVID-19? I'm James Chow, and I speak to Filippo Grandi, UN High Commissioner for Refugees.
Coronavirus is the most democratic challenge we have ever been facing. Everybody's exposed in the same way. We are all on lockdown. Being on the move today is not what one should be because you risk being exposed to the virus, carrying the virus. Many refugees, many displaced people also live in very crowded situations where you don't have water to wash your hands, where you don't have space to put a distance between yourself and others, without proper homes within which to stay at home. So there we need to do more. And this is why my organization, UNHCR, but also many other UN and NGOs, many other organizations are appealing for extra resources to help us bring protective equipment, medical care, improve water and sanitation systems, build additional shelter, and very, very important, step up our communication channels to those affected, to refugees, displaced, and host communities, to tell them what to do. We are all learning every day how to protect ourselves from these pandemics. This is all the more important for people that are especially vulnerable.
I was on your website earlier and looking at the top host countries are vulnerable in themselves, countries like Sudan and Pakistan. So in this setting, in this new setting that we are trying to negotiate, how well can they continue to host while also dealing with the new stresses that COVID-19 is pushing onto their public systems?
One message that this crisis is delivering to us very clearly is that we're not alone here. You know, there's a lot of rhetoric in the world. We first, my country first. How much have we heard about this in recent years? We need to really have out, I would say, of self-interest, and not just because it is good and important to do it, but out of our own collective interest, it's important to help everybody. So more solidarity. This solidarity is of paramount importance, otherwise they will not manage to contain it. And containment is by one on behalf of everybody.
How will UNHCR be able to step up for refugees and for others when people and countries and governments are fighting for the depleting resources that we have?
This is a very big problem that we have, and may I say that we will have, because of course refugee programs, aid programs, humanitarian programs on a broader scale depend on international generosity.
Why are our humanitarian workers, including our health workers, so ill-equipped or completely non-equipped at this time?
How many warnings have we got in the past 5-10 years regarding climate emergency that is going to be a catastrophe if we don't take measures? How much are we doing about it? Very little. Shipping lanes and air transport are severely limited by the constraints that have been imposed. And therefore, you know, we are now in a bit of a catch-22 where we need to mobilize resources and people, but we are constrained by the same measures that are meant to contain the epidemics.
I mean, people flee for all kinds of reasons, be it civil war, persecution, ethnic cleansing, natural disasters. Is that choice now removed from them because of all these international travel restrictions and internal travel restrictions we're seeing?
This is a very important point that you're touching on, because here again we have a big dilemma, right? You know, for many refugees, let's stay with the traditional refugees fleeing war, persecution, bad governance, violations of human rights. For them, moving is life-saving. Yet today today, in this COVID world, moving can be life-threatening for them and for others. So how do you reconcile these two? Now, here, the other big message that I want to share with you and that we have shared already is let these measures not be permanent. Once we get out of this emergency, and we will get out of this emergency, we need to go back to normal or to the previous situation. We should not, no government should think that restrictions put in place to protect the health of citizens should become permanent and in so doing damage the right of asylum, which is a universal human right.
The China Current continues its special coverage on the coronavirus outbreak. Go to our social media at The China Current and our website for interviews, videos, and podcasts. I'm James Chow. Thank you.